Thank you, Sensor Box, for giving me this opportunity. I won't take much time. Rather, I'll start with some data to support why we should invest in agriculture and what Tanager is doing in that direction. If you look at the growth of agriculture in the fourth quarter that ended in March, so it's 5.9% as compared to 1.9%. And the total contribution in GDP, the agriculture contribution in GDP is around 17%. And if you look at the dependence on agriculture, it's around 58 to 60%. Now look at the reason why there is incidence of poverty in the rural areas, because that many people are contributing only 17%. And if you look at the industrial data, they are also contributing more or less the same in terms of the to the GDP. But if you compare how much investment that has gone in 2-3 decades, so that's huge, 10-15 times more than what has been in agriculture. So thanks to this government which brought these amendments to liberalize agriculture, and in this COVID-19 crisis has taught us some good lessons. Culture sector escaped this impact. When I say this, if you look at the data, the sales in fertilizer is huge. Urea is 64% higher as compared to last year. DAP 105% more. So this shows that there's a high liquidity with the farmers, and that is coming through different schemes or the government which has transferred, and the bumper harvest like in oil seeds, wheats, many other crops. Some of the dairy farmers and perishable those who grow perishable items, they suffered a little bit, but that is also, they are also making up. And if you look at the recent data, we are going to have 13%. We have 13% more area under Kharif crops. So there are good signs everywhere. Now the need of the hour is to invest in the to make this ecosystem conducive, so that the agriculture sector can grow. And this seems very promising, as this can agriculture become a growth driver for this unlocking economy. So this is all what I want to say about this sector. And so I would request all the CSR partners to advocate for agriculture, so that agriculture can be mentioned in Schedule 7 as a separate subject, so that people can invest in agriculture, and it can be treated as a separate sector, and which will result in working in all the nodes of the value chain, rather than working on bits and pieces, which is happening. Somebody is working with farmers, somebody on a transportation level, but we'll have to see it in an integrated term. So we'll have to work in the entire value chain. So I'll now give you brief about our organization. Tanager is working from 2010 in India. We are an affiliate of ACDI VOCA, which works in 52 countries, and our focus is farmers. And the first work that ACDI VOCA did in this sector, 52 years back, was creation of IFFCO. So we have a history of making cooperatives, and now we are helping the FPOs to come up in a similar way. We have a presence in 4 states: UP, Gujarat, Telangana, and AP. We are working closely to 40,000 farming families directly through 220 staffs, and we have a principle of having one extension officer for 250 farmers, so that we can do a deep intervention. Our approach is, we have currently 4 major projects. One is Shomil, another is APFMRP, Andhra Pradesh Market Readiness Project, supported by Walmart Foundation, and then horticulture improvement project that was funded by UNDP that ended in December 2019, and a peanut project, Mangal Moongfali, and again the client, the supporter is Marts, Wrigley Confectionery, and IFAD. So the model is, we work on sustainable sourcing. We help the corporates to co-create, and we work on the mutuality so that it benefits both the corporates as well as the community. So there are different models we work, like market readiness model, where we sensitize the market partners, the ecosystem partners, how to deal with small and marginal farmers, and we also build the capacity of FPOs to build deal with the small and marginal farmers, as well as the market players, so that FPO becomes a platform where both the parties can come. FPO will help the traders and off-takers to aggregate their produce, and in turn they will help the market, the farmers to fetch the better price. So again, we work in food and quality safety, like apart from increasing productivity through different good agriculture practices, we are working on the aflatoxin mitigation, which is a problem. Many of the researchers have come out with the some results that it causes cancer, and many of our farmers are not able to export their peanut despite of having huge potential. So we are helping the farmers to mitigate that aflatoxin problem. That is the fungus-based contamination that happens in peanut. So once we work on these food safety aspects, we can think of doubling farmers' income. We can develop the entire sector. Then we have a whole farm approach. Everybody talked about the whole farm approach. We help farmers to diversify their crops. We help farmers, from soil testing, from input availability to the end market. So then gender remains our focus for all the projects, whether our clients they ask it or not. And then we have recently started integrating nutrition in some of our projects, so that farming families can have better food, the quality food, so that the problem of malnutrition can be addressed through agriculture. So what I want, how much time I have? Hello?
So you have about 3 to 4 minutes more.
3 to 4 minutes. So I think I am done, and
Okay.
except I'll take few minutes on, because many of the participants, they might be thinking what the market readiness project is. What is that model? So market readiness, we have developed a model, and we start from the baseline research. We score the FPOs, and then we start building their capacity. So, when you form a FPO, then they are in the nascent stage. Maybe they are able to cater only the local market, and our target remains, how much resources, based on how much resources you have and how much time you have. Then the target is to reach to international market. That is the maximum score. So we have a very good model, and we did the pilot 2 years back. This is the second phase of the project, the support of Walmart Foundation. And I would request all the participants, if they want more information, they can reach out to us. They can visit our website, and we are happy to help all the partners of this forum. In many ways, we can share our knowledge. We are happy to help everyone. And I would like to thanks, to CSR Box, especially Bhomit Sir, for bringing all the ecosystem partners together in a single platform. Thank you very much.